Good afternoon and welcome to Gibson Park. It's the Illawarra Hardware Man League, the Thirroul Butchers versus the Berkeley Eagles. This is Johnny Pett calling this game for Bar TV Sports. As we see both sides about to take the field. For the home side, the Thirroul Butchers, a late inclusion, number 6, Jack Payne, back from the Dragons Intrust Premiership team. The absence of Joel Johnson today is a big loss to the Thirroul Butchers. In his place, wearing the number 9, will be Jared Whitty. For the Berkeley Eagles, Ali Alouche, he'll have the number 1 on his back for this game. We've seen him in between the 7 and 1 throughout the season. Jake Harrigan will wear the number 7 jersey for today. This clash, the table topping the Thirroul Butchers versus the Berkeley Eagles, who are currently running 5th in the competition. They will be looking to come to Gibson Park today and steal the 2 points away from the Thirroul Butchers and try and etch their way closer to a semi-final spot. As we see the Butchers led out today by Luke Gallagher, who will skip at the side in the absence of Joel Johnson. The Butchers, they will be running right to left. Sun's out here at Thirroul, slight breeze. Doesn't look to be favouring either side. It's just going across the field. As we see an earlier game today, the Thirroul Butchers reserve grade. Big victory over the Berkeley Eagles, 42 points to 12. And watching that game, a few key players there really put their hands up. Mitch Francis, he had a blinder in reserve grade. Cooper Nizza, he had a great game for the Butchers. He's been put onto the bench for reserve grade. He will wear the number 17. As we see the visiting side, the Berkeley Eagles, take the field, led out by their skipper, David Finucane. The Butchers will kick off to the Berkeley Eagles. So we see the skipper, Luke Gallagher, with the ball in hand. He'll about to get us underway. The referee for today, Michael Ford. The touch judges, Ryan Sweeney and Michael Innes. So I suppose the question to all the Butchers supporters is how they're going to cope here today without their skipper, their number 9, Joel Johnson. Jared Whitty, he will have a big task in front of him. As we know, Johnson, such a formidable player in that Butchers jersey. As we see kick off, and it's a wobbly one off the boot from Gallagher. It's gone over the head of Ben White, and it's gone over the dead ball line. So big tick there for the Butchers to start the game. The Berkeley Eagles now have to drop out back to the Thirroul Butchers. So the perfect start there for the Butchers. It's a wobbly dropout, and Payne will take that, and the veteran Aaron Beef on that left side, he'll take the first charge. So Beef trying to pump those legs a little bit further down the paddock. He's brought down. Only about 25 metres out from the Berkeley Eagles try line. There's Joel Ruskin with a carry, centre of the paddock. He's attracted 3 of the Berkeley Eagles players. So 15 out, Ruskin will play the ball. Whitty again to that right side. Walsh dummies, goes himself, tries to slip through the gap, but nothing there. It's shut down. So Walsh is dragged down 5 metres out. Whitty goes crossfield to Perkins, and Perkins crashes over early. But no, the referee seen a double movement. So the Eagles very lucky there. The super dangerous Daniel Perkins on that right edge. Looked like he was over for all money, but double movement there costing himself a try. So Berkeley Eagles a fine touch. They'll get a fresh set of 6 tackles here, trying to make their way out of their own red zone here, brought down on the 20-metre line. Back to the open side is Roberts. Matt Roberts, he's been one of my picks for the Berkeley Eagles so far in this season. He's been super busy in attack and in defence. White with the ball across to Finucane. So Finucane trying to struggle his way down the paddock. He's attracted 3 of the Butchers players. He'll be brought down on his 30-metre line. Dummies to the short wall. Ben White goes across field. Brings underneath him Tim Moore. So it's a play that they've been very successful with throughout the season, Berkeley, with their halves going crossfield and bringing their big forwards back underneath them and working their way down the middle of the paddock. So on the last tackle, White, he'll go to the sky. Chasers are all onside. Pressure here for Higgins. He's taken that so well as he does week in, week out. Lee Higgins, his positional play at fullback, is second to none in this competition. There's Perkins with another carry. So he'll be hoping to get down the other end of the field and get a 4-pointer that was disallowed only moments ago. Tommy Simpson takes a scoop from dummy half. Simpson's wrapped up. Whitty at acting half. He'll go to the left to Ruskin. Ruskin with another strong carry. Pumping those legs forward. The evergreen Joel Ruskin. Whitty at acting half. To the left to Dodge. Dodge steps off that left foot. Back into the Berkeley Eagles defence on the last tackle. 35 metres out, short side play. Payne with the ball in hand to Shop. Shop's in open space. He's got support. Back to Payne and they're in. Not denied this time, the Thirroul Butchers. All started there by their number 6, Jack Payne. And that young 17-year-old, Aaron Shop, so much ability. Works his way down the paddock, draws the fullback and puts in Jack Payne for a try. So Thirroul, they'll open up the account for today. 3 minutes gone in the first half. The Thirroul Butchers lead 4 points to 0. So a promising start here to this game from the Thirroul Butchers. And it wasn't the ideal start for the day to the Berkeley Eagles with that kick-off only minutes ago going over the dead ball line. It's really put the Berkeley Eagles on the back foot from the start. So we see Luke Gallagher attempt to add the extras. Good crowd here at Gibson Park. Always a great day here at Gibbo. The Thirroul faithful come out to watch their much-loved team. The competition leaders at this present moment. 1 point clear of Western Suburbs on the premiership table. See Gallagher about to step into this one. Sums it up. Off the boot well, striked it well. The skipper, Luke Gallagher, adds the extras, so the Thirroul Butchers 6. The Berkeley Eagles yet to score.
Successful by number 11, Luke Gallagher. Thirroul Butchers 6. Berkeley Eagles yet to score.
We'll get back underway. It's a kick-off down to Jack Payne, who'll field that. On his left is the veteran Aaron Beath. He'll bring that one straight back into Ben White and also Jake Eccleston. So he beefs slow to his feet. Whitty at acting half. On to Aaron Shop, the 17-year-old for the Thirroul Butchers. And the first penalty of the day awarded to Thirroul, a high shot there. So a piggyback here for the Butchers to get themselves out of their own area. Jake Walsh will find touch. He'll put that bang on the 50-metre line. So if Berkeley are going to be in this game today, the 5th place Berkeley Eagles, they're really going to have to limit the penalties they do give out to Thirroul. Thirroul so dangerous anywhere around the paddock. It's just a piggyback to get them out of their own area. So Thirroul back on the attack. Morris with the ball. He'll be wrapped up. Centre of the paddock. Whitty at acting half. To the left. Joel Ruskin. Shimmy at the line. He'll be wrapped up by his opposite number in Joel Tubbs. Whitty to Beef. Beef out the back to Walsh. Walsh out the back to Higgins. Higgins steps. Can't get past Ali Alouche there wearing the one on his back. So Higgins wrapped up 15 metres out on the eastern side. Inside ball to Gallagher. Gallagher's just tripped there. He'll be brought down. So another penalty awarded to the Thirroul Butchers. We'll see time here as the referee and the touch judge just going to have a little chat. We might try and listen into this.
No. Got it. Thanks, mate.
So it's a penalty to the Butchers for a trip. So we see Gallagher slowly waddles up to the line there. Not much emphasis in that run. Sets up for the next play. Whitty to Walsh. Walsh inside. finds Beef, and Beef is wrapped up centre of the paddock, 5 metres out from the Berkeley Eagles line. Whitty to Payne. Payne a short ball to Dodge. Dodge trying to muscle his way through the Berkeley Eagles defence, but he's dragged down 2 metres out. Whitty at acting half. Short ball to Ruskin. Ruskin's wrapped up. Can't get that arm free. Inches away. Whitty to Walsh. Walsh puts it on the boot. Chases her on. But it was well read there by Anthony Leune, who's just fielded that ball, stepped on the dead ball line. So another drop out to the Berkeley Eagles, and Butchers just applying pressure. Smart kick there by the Butchers, number 7, Jake Walsh. But it was well read there by Anthony Leune. You see a deep drop out there, 40 metres on the fly. Higgins fulfilled that. Joel Ruskin will bend his back and etch his way down the paddock. He'll be wrapped down on the 30-metre line, centre of the paddock. Whitty at acting half, on the left to Beef. Beef will step off that left foot. He's pushed back in a strong tackle. So Whitty options left to right, goes left to Payne. Payne out the back to Higgins. Higgins to Shop. Shop with that big left foot step. He's going to cross. He's just been held up there and forced back into the field of play. So Aaron Shop so dangerous there on that left edge. Sloppy pass there from Whitty. Walsh back to Morris. Morris trying to find a gap in the Berkeley defence. He can't. He'll be wrapped down 5 metres out. Whitty. Walsh dummies, goes back infield, trying to find a runner there. Ty McCarthy coming off his left wing looking for a try. On the last, Whitty puts it on the boot. But it looks like an offside there. So a little bit unlucky there from the Berkeley Eagles. The defender just put his foot out there to try and stop that kick going into the in goal line. And it's just ricocheted back into the field of play, and he couldn't really do much about that. The Berkeley Eagles player really had to field that ball. So another set of 6 here for the Thirroul Butchers. Whitty to Morris. Morris will have a carry. He's wrapped up there, inches away from the try line. Whitty at acting half. To the right, Payne. Payne dummies. Tries to go himself. Can't get past Joel Tubbs. Whitty at acting half, again to the eastern side. And a good ball there from Walsh to Gallagher. But Gallagher's brought down. So Thirroul set to the left. That's the way they'll go. Walsh. Dummies one. Picks up Morris back underneath him. So they've worked to the centre of the paddock. Metres out from the try line. Whitty to Walsh. Walsh with a flat ball to Perkins. And it's gone forward there. So good defence there from the Berkeley Eagles. Standing up to 3 sets of 6 there. Thrown down at them from the Thirroul Butchers. So that'll give the Berkeley Eagles a bit of confidence. We see the first interchange. Aaron Beath coming off and Luke Shields going on for the Butchers. Berkeley yet to make a change. So 10 minutes gone in the first half. The Butchers lead the Berkeley Eagles 6 points to 0. Strong carry from the scrum there from the Eagles. There's Ali Lucian at acting half. The Eagles just bunched a bit around the ruck. They've done plenty of defence early in this game. Tim Moore with a carry, trying to get down the paddock. There's Boss at dummy half again. That man in 13, Matt Roberts, with another carry. As I mentioned early, been super impressive in season 2018. Harrigan, Fanuku. So Fanuku's brought down on the 40-metre line. Last tackle. Gone to the left to Harrigan. He's put it on the boot. Splits the winger and the fullback. Higgins will go crossfield. He'll regain that on his 20-metre line. Speed to burn Higgins, trying to look for a gap in the Berkeley defensive line, but it was a good straight defensive chase of that kick from the Berkeley Eagles, led by Benny White. Perkins back inside to Simpson. So Simpson up to the 40-metre line. Whitty at acting half. To the left, Shields with his first carry of the game. He'll be brought down on the halfway line. McCarthy at acting half. Game 194. Ty McCarthy. We've seen Morris straight through. He's got McCarthy on his inside. No. He's gone down. So Morris is brought down 8 metres out from the try line. McCarthy at acting half to Payne. Payne puts it on the boot. Looking for Shop. Shop's got it. And what a try. What a try there from Aaron Shop. But what about the kick there from Jack Payne? Champagne football there from the Thirroul Butchers. The applaud round Gibson Park. If you paid your money at the gate, it was well worth it just to see that passage of play from the Thirroul Butchers. And it all started from Mick Morris just crabbing crossfield, busting a hole in the Berkeley Eagles defence. He was brought down and pinpoint accuracy from the kick. Jack Payne and Aaron Shop well taken there on the left-hand side. So the Butchers score again. 10 points to 0. They lead the Berkeley Eagles. And Luke Gallagher, much tougher kick here from his first assignment. We'll try and add the extras.
That's your opinion, not mine. I'm calling on a bet. Everything so far has been a mandatory penalty.
See the referee just having a chat to Anthony Layoon. Time back on. And what a try that was. I'm sure that'll be featured throughout the week in the Bar TV highlights reel. Pinpoint accuracy kick there off the left foot of Jack Payne. And Aaron Shop, the 17-year-old, scoring a try here at Gibson Park. He scored the match winner 2 weeks ago here against Dapto. And again, he's found himself on the scorer's page. Gallagher summing this one up. Steps in. Looks good off the boot, curling back with the breeze, and it's straight over the blue dot down the northern end. So the Butchers, they'll add 2 more to the tally for today. 26 minutes remaining in this first half. The Thirroul Butchers 12, the Berkeley Eagles yet to score. So Matty Ward to get us back underway here. Good deep kick there from War, fielded by Higgins. Onto the right to Ruskin. So another carry there, pumping those legs is Joel Ruskin, and he'll be brought down on his own 30-metre line. So the first carry there out to the 30-metre line, the Butchers. Whitty at acting half. The front row partner Shields with the carries met real front on there in defence from Tim Moore and Joel Tubbs, and Matty Roberts helping out underneath. Morris over the 40-metre line, centre of the paddock. Finuca's brought him down. So a scoot there from Jared Whitty, his first one for the day. Look for him throughout the game when there's only one marker in front of him. 9 times out of 10 he will scoot and find metres. Last tackle, short side to Walsh. Walsh will put it on the boot. Chasers are on, Perkins and Simpson. And what a tackle there from Daniel Perkins front on to Ali Alouche. So Matt Water bring it out, and the Butchers really muscling up there in that second tackle there, trying to anchor the Berkeley Eagles in their own 10-metre line. So they're 10 metres out, the Berkeley Eagles. The shift play there, but the Thirroul Butchers defence up to the task. So Jake Eccleston brought down on the 10-metre line, and the ball's been spilled out. And it looks like hand in the ball from the Thirroul Butchers. A silly penalty there. They had the Berkeley Eagles on the ropes. I think it was game 190 there. Ty McCarthy stripping the ball out. The 2 on his back today, Ty McCarthy. They were calling him Chook Heron here at training on Thursday night. Finucane. Trying to get that arm free. He does. Out the back to Boss. Boss onto Tim Moore. So Moore will bring that back to the centre of the paddock. Boss at the acting half. Here's Roberts with another carry. He'll try and get over into Thirroul's territory. He's brought down on the halfway line. Short side, Harrigan. Face ball to Layoon. Layoon will bring it back in field. Roberts with the ball again. So a little bit of second phase play there from the Berkeley Eagles. Tubbs out the back. White to Finucane. Well read there from the Butchers. Came up and shut down Finucane. On the last tackle, Alush at acting half. Short side to White. White will put it straight into Aaron's shop. And we'll just wait for the call if it was played out or not. So not played at. So the Butchers will get to feed the scrum. And we'll just go back to David Finucane, who's been so dangerous for the Berkeley Eagles on this right-hand side. Him and Jake Eccleston have been a formidable partnership on this right fringe for the Berkeley Eagles in season 2018. So the left-hand fringe for the Thirroul Butchers will really have to come up and shut down Eccleston and Finucane. As I spoke about, the Berkeley Eagles, they sit in 5th place on the competition ladder. They had a flying start to the season. They've seen themselves in 1st place for a number of weeks. But with a couple of losses to those key teams that forced their way down into 5th place. Coach Aaron McDonald, he will be looking for his boys to really turn the table, show a bit of consistency and look to take 4th place in this competition. As we see the Butchers brought down on the halfway line, the penalty awarded to the Butchers for back chat to the referee. So the Berkeley Eagles giving away another penalty and allowing the Butchers to march their way down the paddock. And Jake Walsh will kick it straight down into the old boys bar. As we see, that's probably the first time one's been caught in that bar. It's usually one hand on a tin and one hand free. So the Butchers, 6 tackles up their sleeve, 25 metres out from the Berkeley Eagles try line. To the open side, Walsh to Morris. Super busy, Michael Morris, week in, week out. As we see, he's brought down centre of the paddock, 15 metres out. They've gone to the right. Walsh, short ball. It's been a mistake there from the Butchers there. It looked like Joel Ruskin there just coughing the ball up. So the Eagles defence standing up there. A rare error there from Joel Ruskin. Scrum will be packed 10 metres out from the Berkeley line. 12 points to 0, the Butchers over the Berkeley Eagles. 20 minutes still remaining in this first half. Alush, dummies, goes himself. He's met in a front-on tackle there by Luke Dodge. And Alush put straight back on his back. Eccleston. And Eccleston's come up with an error. So Joel Ruskin, who made a mistake only moments ago, has made a great tackle there on Jake Eccleston. And Eccleston trying to get up to play the ball has just fumbled that. So the Butchers, they'll get another chance inside Berkeley Eagles territory. Payne will feed the scrum 20 metres out. Payne feeds. Walsh. He'll bring Higgins back underneath him. So Higgins will be wrapped up about 18 metres out, centre of the paddock. Shields. Good carry there from Luke Shields. 12-metre carry there. So you've got the Butchers on a roll here from that hit up. They've gone to the left. Ruskin to Payne. Payne to Dodge. Dodge will be wrapped up inches from that Berkeley Eagles try line. So options left to right for Whitty. Whitty will go to Ruskin, and Ruskin looking for a try. Has he crossed over? Looks like he's held up, and he is. So Joel Ruskin held up. So more pressure applied here to the Berkeley Eagles try line. So he'll bring that back, play the ball on the 10-metre line. So we see one of the Berkeley Eagles players just a bit slow to get up. Looks like Matt Roberts. So Roberts is up on his feet. Whitty to Walsh. Walsh with a long ball. Hit the deck. It's finally found Todd Simpson there out on the wing. Simpson will bring it back infield. He'll look to go through the Berkeley Eagles defence. He can't. On the last tackle, centre of the paddock. They've gone left to Payne. Payne with a face ball to Dodge. Dodge steps off his left. Looking for the try line. Has Luke Dodge scored? He has. Try time again for the Thirroul Butchers. The number 12, Luke Dodge. So Dodge still had a little bit of work to do there. Stepped off his left, backed his own ability and found the try line. Try number 3 today for the Thirroul Butchers.
By number 12, Luke Dodge.
So Thirroul extend their lead 16 points to 0 over the Berkeley Eagles. And Luke Gallagher attempt to add 2 more to the tally. Luke Dodge, a deserving try scorer for the Thirroul Butchers. One of those players that puts his hand up week in, week out, puts in 100% effort. So you see the Berkeley Eagles, and what do they have to do here to really hit back at the Thirroul Butchers? There hasn't been much football played down the southern end. It's all been down the northern end in the Berkeley's territory. They've really got to hold this ball, march their way down the paddock and try and put points on the board. When they've gone to do that, they've come up with silly mistakes, and when they've had Thirroul down in their own territory, they've just given away silly penalties. As we see Gallagher off the boot, looks good again. So 3 from 3 for the day so far for Luke Gallagher. Thirroul Butchers 18. Berkeley Eagles yet to score. 16 minutes remaining in the first half here at Gibson Park.
Berkeley Eagles, no score.
So Matt Warr will get us back underway again. Placing the ball on the tee, struggling at the moment. A little bit of slight breeze here at Gibson Park. Warr will get us back underway. And we'll go straight down the throat of Jack Payne. And so Ethan George back onto the field for his first stint of the game. And he's just coughed that one up. So a little bit of luck here for the Berkeley Eagles. They'll get the ball 20 metres out from the Thirroul try line. There's Josh Honan with his first carry for today. A strong carry brought down 15 metres out, centre of the paddock. Boss at acting half, go to the right to White. White goes himself, dummies. So Ben White, who'll be brought down 10 metres out. Boss at acting half. To the left of White. War with the ball, fends off, flicks it out. Layoon, he'll be brought down. 5 metres out from the Butchers try line. Look, Sam Simmons. So the Berkeley Eagles set to the left. Harrigan, he'll bring Roberts underneath him. Roberts trying to find his way down to the try line. Last tackle. What have the Berkeley Eagles got for the last play? Harrigan to White. White with a long ball out to Simmons, and Simmons steps around, can't get past Ty McCarthy. What a try saver there from Ty McCarthy to bring down Sam Simmons. So the Berkeley Eagles, they did have their chance there, but a great try saver there from Ty McCarthy. I thought Sam Simmons got around McCarthy then. But a great bootlace tackle there from Ty McCarthy stopping the Berkeley Eagles from scoring their first try for the day. As we see the Butchers back on the attack, trying to get their way out of their own area, just over the 25-metre line. As we see, Morris was brought down. There's Ethan George. Second carry successful for him today. So on the last, the Butchers will kick it from their 30-metre line. And it's a big, deep kick there from Jake Walsh. Nice old-school torpedo kick, fielded by Simmons. Just inside the field of play. He'll get past Payne. Can't get past Morris or Dodge. So Simmons will play the ball on his 20-metre line. Eccleston, he'll go for a scoot. Crabs crossfield, runs into Gallagher. Gallagher will bring down Eccleston. Ali Alouche at dummy half. Show and go there from Newton. And he'll be brought down 40 metre on the 40-metre line. Quick play the ball there. Layoon trying to pinch some easy metres. But he's coughed up the ball, so the Thirroul Butchers will have the ball back in their hand. Simpson, he'll go himself out of acting half. Bring it to the centre of the paddock. Whitty onto Morris. And Morris has run into his opposite number in Roberts. So Roberts with the assistance of Fanuku. To the left, Payne. Out the back to Higgins. Higgins at the line. Can't get through that gap. He'll be brought down on the 10-metre line. 10 metres in from touch. Shop at acting half. He'll go for a run. Steps. Can't get through the Berkeley defence. So last tackle. Whitty to Payne. Payne with a long ball to Perkins, and Perkins on to Simpson. Simpson, try time. Great passage of play there from the Thirroul Butchers, resulting in Tom Simpson scoring in the northeastern corner of Gibson Park. And a great passage of play there from the Butchers. They'll extend their lead. 22 points, 2-0. Still 12 minutes remaining in this first half. And Luke Gallagher, he'll attempt to add another 2 points. Straight in front of the old boys bar, he'll place the ball on the tee. And what a combination this 6 and 7 are having for Thirroul this season. Jack Payne and Jake Walsh. There's probably not a better halves pairing in the competition at present. And that will sum up why the Butchers are leading the competition in season 2018. It was something the Butchers lacked last year, was the consistency in their 6 and 7, but they've found it in season 2018 with Payne and Walsh. So we see Gallagher attempt to add 2 more points to the tally. Sun in the eyes. Steps in and off the boot, trying to curl this one back around. Looks good, and it is. Great kick there from Luke Gallagher. On the sideline, sun in the eyes, doesn't worry him. Straight over the dot there. So the Butchers, 24. Berkeley Eagles yet to score. 10 minutes remaining in the first half.
Another excellent conversion from the sideline there by number 11, Luke Gallagher. Thirroul Butchers 24. Berkeley Eagles, no score.
So Matty Ward to get us back underway again. So we see a shallow kick from the boot, straight down to Payne. And Ethan George, he'll field this one successfully. And he'll be brought down on his 30-metre line. Whitty at acting half, goes crossfield, brings Morris back underneath him. So Morris tries to straight into the markers. Short side play, dodge. So the Butchers there over the halfway line. Ruskin played big minutes in this first half, Joel Ruskin. Short side again, Payne. Payne's chipped it over the top. Sees space. Can he regather? He does. Looks to flick it out. He has to Higgins, and what a try! Lee Higgins puts the ball down again. The Thirroul Butchers, another try, but that man, Jack Payne, is there anything he can't do? And great vision there from the Butchers, number 6, Jack Payne. Seen the Berkeley Eagles fullback, was deep, chipped it over the top, regathered, got the arm free. And Lee Higgins just trailing his number 6. He was on the spot at the right time, Lee Higgins, as he always is. And the Thirroul Butchers extend their lead. 28 points to 0, 8 minutes remaining. And it's been all the Thirroul Butchers in this first half. And Aaron McDonald, he'd have to punch out the question there to his players. What do we need to do to stop this onslaught? Because they are on fire here today, the Thirroul Butchers. Looks all silent down there in the in-goal line for the Berkeley Eagles, and when you've conceded 28 points and still 7 minutes remaining in this first half, the questions will have to be answered as to where to from here for the rest of this game. I'm sure the halftime spiel from coach Aaron McDonald will be a very high-pitched and high-toned spiel as we see Gallagher spray that one to the left. So his first one he has missed for the day. So 7 minutes remaining in this first half, 28 points to 0. So we see Berkeley just walking back to the halfway line to get us back underway. And as we were saying, coach Aaron McDonald, not sure what he's thinking down there or what he'd be having to tell his men at half-time. They've had their chances down in Thirroul's territory, Berkeley Eagles. They've just lost the ball at key times. As we see the kickoff from Matt Waugh over the sideline on the full. So another penalty will be awarded to the Thirroul Butchers, this time smack on halfway, centre of the paddock. And just looking down at the two coaches, looking at Jared Costello, all smiles down through a Butcher's bench, but Aaron McDonald, not much to smile about so far in this first half. He'll be hoping his team does come out in the second half and put in a much gallant effort than what they have in the first half. As we see Gallagher with his first carry in this set on the 30-metre line. Butchers go across field. Payne steps off his right, looking for space, finds Higgins. Higgins looking for a gap, fends off his left. He'll be brought down 20 metres out, 10 metres in from the sideline. Shop at acting half. He'll go for a scoot. Bounces off the first Berkeley defender. Brought down from the second. So 12 metres out. Ruskin out the back to Walsh. Walsh to Gallagher. Gallagher to Perkins. Perkins looking for a try. He'd just been pulled up short of the try line, Daniel Perkins. So inches from that try line. Simpson at acting half. Long ball to Payne. Payne to George. He'll bring it back infield, trying to get that arm free. He'll be wrapped up. 5 metres out. Centre of the paddock. Last tackle. Payne with the ball. Onto the boot. Chases are all on. And it was a good kick chase there from the Butchers, but it was even better effort there from Simmons bringing that ball into the field of play. So Eccleston bring it over the 10-metre line. So a lot of grass in front of the Berkeley Eagles to march themselves down the paddock. That was a big long ball there from Matt Waugh onto Anthony Layoon. A quick play the ball. Waugh at dummy half. He'll go for a scoot. He'll find 10 metres there. So that's a bit of a better passage of play from the Berkeley Eagles. Layoon flicks it out. It's kicked across. It's still play on. Eccleston. Ball in one hand. On to Honan. Honan's brought down. Last tackle. White with the ball. He'll put it to the boot. Short chip, looking for his support runners. Nothing there. Morris fields it. So Morris with the ball. He'll bring it back. And we'll see a penalty awarded to the Thirroul Butchers. And it's a 10 minutes in the bin to Ali Lachey.
No, he didn't. Go. Better team to the bin or he won't come back at all. The way he's supposed to be.
So we'll just listen in here and see what this penalty is for.
You take control of your players.
As you see, Ali Alouche sent to the bin for 10.
You go too.
And another one here. So it's a 7. Jake Harrigan. He'll send for 10. So the Berkeley Eagles down to 11 players.
Back on side.
So that's the last thing the Berkeley Eagles would have needed and wanted here at Gibson Park. 28-0 the score, 4 minutes remaining of this first half, and Berkeley reduced to 11 men. So Dodge, he'll have the first carry of this set of 6. Whitty, Morris, Walsh, Higgins, Perkins. Perkins fumbles it. He'll bubble the ball and it's come up in the Berkeley Eagles' hands. That's Eccleston with the ball. And we'll have a double knock on there. So we'll see a scrum and a Berkeley feed, and we'll go back to the 2 Berkeley Eagles players that are in the bin. Jake Harrigan and Ali Alouche. So a massive loss for the Berkeley Eagles. So Berkeley with the ball, down to 11 men, as we've said. Newton, White, Eccleston. So Berkeley trying to chance their arm here with only 11 on the paddock, and they've just come up with an error. So Jake Eccleston coming up with the error there, trying to get that arm free. But we'll see a Berkeley Eagles feed. So Eccleston got that arm free, but Thirroul Butchers couldn't cleanly pick the ball up. Referees found a knock on. So it's not often we see a 4-man scrum for one side. We'll see that today. The Berkeley Eagles have said down to 11 players for the next 10 minutes. Eccleston. So 28 points to 0. It's the last thing that any team needs to send to the bin. This will have the courage the Berkeley Eagle boys will put out for the next 10 minutes. So White, short ball to Honan. Honan's wrapped up, centre of the paddock, 40 metres out. Bossett acting half to the right to White. White to Eccleston. And Eccleston will be wrapped down. Fanuku, he'll take a scoot. He'll flick it out to White. White to Boss. Long ball there out to Layoon. Layoon's got space. Steps off the left, off the right. But he's been brought down on the last tackle. So Boss to White. White onto the boot. Chases onside War and just couldn't grasp that ball. He's knocked it on there, attempting to regather the kick from Ben White. As we see the seconds tick down in this first half. So the siren sounded here for the halftime break. A big 40 minutes of rugby league we have seen here at Gibson Park. The Thirroul Butchers, 28 points to 0, lead to go into the halftime break. The Berkeley Eagles reduced down to 11 men for the last 4 minutes of that half, so they'll play the second half, first 6 minutes, with only 11 players on the paddock. We'll be back at Gibson Park after the break. Welcome back to Gibson Park. We're about to see the whistle blown for the second half of rugby league between the Thirroul Butchers and the Berkeley Eagles. The Butchers going into the halftime break, leading 28 points to 0. It's been a clinical display of rugby league from the Thirroul Butchers. The Berkeley Eagles in the second half reduced to 11 men, the sin binning of 2 players. So they'll play the next 6 minutes of this first half with only 11 players on the paddock. I'm sure it was a very vocal speech from Aaron McDonald at halftime. As we see, kickoff has come and gone, and first mistake of the second half. The Thirroul Butchers have coughed the ball up, so big chance here for the Berkeley Eagles. They'll feed the scrum 25 metres out from the Butchers' try line. And it will be a massive effort for the Berkeley Eagles to put a couple of points on the board here with only 11 men on the paddock. A tough task in front of them, even if they did have 13 on the paddock. 28 points to 0, they went into the halftime break. As we see White, he'll crab across field, go himself. Bumps off one, can't get past the second effort there. Honan with the ball, and he'll cough that one up. So as they get a chance, they give it away, the Berkeley Eagles. So it was a prime start from them. But another error. They have coughed up, and it seems to be what they have done so far in this game. They had their chances in the first half down near the Butchers' try line. On those occasions, they just came up with an error. As we see Higgins looking for space. He'll be brought down on the 30-metre line on the eastern side, shopping at acting half. The 17-year-old goes out from dummy half. He'll pick up 10 metres. So Shop brought down on the 40-metre line. Whitty at acting half. Shields, dummies, goes himself. So Shields will be brought down, centre of the paddock. Whitty to the right. Ruskin, dummies, goes himself. So the Butchers march their way down the paddock over the 40-metre line. Whitty. He's sliced through, looking for support. Fanuku wraps him up, though. So Thirroul set up to the left. Last tackle. Morris. Walsh. Long ball to Higgins. Higgins will field that one. Steps off his right. Looking for space. Puts it on the boot. Chases are all on. It's been battered back there from Aaron Shop. It's just gone over the sideline. So the Berkeley Eagles, they'll play the ball on their 20-metre line. And you just seem to wonder if it was better off going through the hands there instead of the long pass. 13 players on 11 players here for another 4 minutes. So Ali Alouche and Jake Harrigan in the sin bin for the Berkeley Eagles. Berkeley trying to work their way out of their own area. They'll be looking to slow down the clock to get their 2 players back on the paddock. So you see both those players are starting to get their jumpers off, ready to warm up to return to the paddock. And 2 key positions out there, their halfback and fullback taken from the team. It's hard enough when you lose any player, but when you lose 2 players of their calibre. So War on the last tackle, he'll be brought down. Sloppy play the ball there from Matt War. So we'll see a scrum fed by the Butchers just inside their own territory, centre of the paddock. So the 4-man scrum there for the Berkeley Eagles. So Walsh to feed the scrum. Out to Payne. Payne to Shop. Shop will be wrapped up there by Eccleston. Walsh onto Shields. Shields pumping those big legs, trying to get his way down the paddock further. Ethan George with the ball, steps off the right, Good front-on shot there from Tim Moore. They're 30 metres out. Whitty at acting half. They've gone to the right to Walsh. Higgins is out the back. They've got numbers through. Gallagher with the ball. He's going to go himself, Gallagher. Fends off one. Tries to cross. Just been brought down. There's a blade of grass between him and the try line. Whitty at acting half. He'll go to Simpson, who's going to cross for his second for the day. Smart thinking there from the number 9, Jared Whitty. Noticed an unmarked Tommy Simpson on the short side. There's 2 for the day for Tom.
A try for the Butchers, his second for the afternoon, scored by number 5, Thomas Simpson.
So with 11 players on 13 play, it was only a matter of time until the Butchers crossed why the 2 players are in the sin bin. And to Berkeley's credit, they've done a good job to only allow the 1 try in. Why they've only been defending with 11 players. So we just look down on the try line there. One of the Berkeley Eagles players in a little bit of distress, getting the attention of a couple of trainers. So he's up on his knees, so that's a good sign. So the Butchers, 32. Berkeley Eagles yet to score. And Luke Gallagher, the skipper of the Butchers today, looking to add 2 more points to the tally. Gallagher steps in. Struck it sweetly. Snuck inside the upright there, and he'll add 2 more to his tally.
Thirroul Butchers 34. Berkeley Eagles, no score.
So the Butchers 34. Berkeley Eagles yet to trouble the scorer. 34 minutes remaining in this game. So we see Anthony Lalloon brought from the field by the Berkeley Eagles trainers. And we've got the 2 sin bin players, Alush and Harrigan, back onto the field. So we're back to 13 on 13. So Benny White gets us back underway, straight down the throat of Payne, and Shields pushes his way off the fence with a strong first up carry. He's brought that up to his 25 metre mark. Higgins steps off the right, straight into the defensive Honan and Moore. Shop at acting half, goes for a scoot. Been super impressive today, Aaron Shop. Tries to get up for a quick play of the ball. Does. Lackerstein. So Mitch Lackerstein gets his first taste of rugby league for the day. To the right. Ethan George came underneath Walsh. So on the last tackle, Payne, he'll go to the sky. It's a wobbly torpedo kick there from the boot of Payne, but it's fielded well there by Lachey. So Lush will play the ball. White at acting half, he'll take a scoot. Collared there by Shields. Eccleston. Super fast on his feet is Jake Eccleston. He's brought down just shy of the halfway line. Alush Fanuku. Fanuku's got the arm free, flicks it out the back to White. White gets it onto Tubbs. Fanuku steps off the left. Can't get past Whitty or Lackerstein. So on the last tackle, Fanuku, White, Harrigan, War. He's got the arm free, and it's a sloppy pass there from Matt Ward. Just goes over the sideline. So leading up to that, the Berkeley Eagles had a couple of good passages of play there. But the tail end of the set, just letting them down. So the Butchers will play the ball on their 20 metre line. 10 metres in from the sideline. Simpson will take a scoot. Good metres there from Tom Simpson out of acting half. Whitty, Morris. There's an easy 10 metres there from Michael Morris. He's eventually put down there by Simmons. Again to the left, Payne, dodge. Dodge is met in a front-on tackle there by Eccleston. Shields. He'll angle himself back behind the ruck. And he'll be brought down on the last tackle. Whitty kicks into the Berkeley player. And a good hit there from Lackerstein on Ali Alouche. So Alouche has met front on there from Lackerstein. Matt Waugh. He'll have a carry on the right, just over his 40-metre line. And Shields just grasping at the collar. Bringing the Berkeley Eagles player down. So they're on a roll here, the Eagles. Just shy of the 30-metre line. Alouche. Moore. White. Short ball to Coote. So Coote's brought down on the last tackle, 20 metres out from the try line. Alouche to the short. 6 again. Harrigan's come up with the ball. So a big opportunity here for the Eagles. War will go the short side, looking for space. He's brought down inches from the try line. Harrigan, long ball to White. White to Honan. Honan trying to get through the defence. He can't. He's brought down centre of the paddock, 8 metres out. Alashay, short ball there to Coote. Coote's going to cross. I think he has. This could be Berkeley's first try for the day, and it is. By the number 16, John Coote, the replacement forward. So the Berkeley Eagles trouble the scorer for the first time today, and it was a great effort there. There's a better passage of play there from the Berkeley Eagles. We've seen that throughout season 2018. That left-hand side has been so dangerous for the Berkeley Eagles throughout this season. And that effort there is more of the Berkeley that we've seen throughout this season.
Good try for the Berkeley Eagles. Their first for the afternoon was scored by number 16, John Coote.
So White to attempt to add the extras for the Berkeley Eagles. They've found themselves on the scoreboard. You see, conversion successful by Ben White. He'll add 2. So the Thirroul Butchers lead. 34 points to 6. 28 minutes remaining in the second half. As we see, the sun's gone down here at Gibson Park. The jackets are on, the beanies are on. We see Gallagher to get us back underway. Luke Shields comes from the field for the Butchers. So a big effort there from Shields in the starting of this second half. Gallagher will get us back underway. Alouche will field that. And a strong push off the back fence there from Joel Tubbs. He'll be brought down out 15 metres out from his try line. As we'll see, the Butchers too eager in defence there, giving away a penalty inside the 10. So we see White kick for touch. He'll put that one nearly in the bowling club car park. So out to his 40-metre line. So a piggyback penalty there. Given away from the Butchers. So again, the Berkeley Eagles on the attack. Over the halfway line's Fanuku. Fanuku flicks it out the back. White, dummies, goes himself. White's brought down. Alouche at acting half. Harrigan gone to the left. Inside ball to Waugh. Waugh's brought down. Quick play the ball there from Waugh. Alouche down acting half. Goes himself. Finds Harrigan. Harrigan just flicks it over. Looking for Daly. Daly's got that in his hand. He's carried back a couple of metres but brought down. Alouche to Waugh. Waugh looked to bring Boss underneath him, but he's brought down on the last tackle, 10 metres out. What have the Eagles got? They've gone to the left. Two more. Moore's hit flat there too. Coote, is it? Is that John Coote? Is he in for his second? I think he is. John Coote scores his second try. Number 16, John Coote, 2 for the day. And it was a great little short ball there from Tim Moore. On to Coote, and Coote has bustled his way over the try line, close to where he just scored his last one only minutes ago. So the Eagles hit back with 2 quick tries. Still an extremely long way to claw themselves back, but it's great to see the Berkeley Eagles put points on the board. So I think Aaron McDonald, he'd be thinking, where was this 60 minutes ago? So they've started the second half off extremely well, the Berkeley Eagles. So we see White step into this, off the boot, looks good, curls back, in between the uprights. So 2 more points added. So the Butchers, 34, Berkeley Eagles, 12. So the Butchers, they'll bring it back to get us back underway. The skipper, Luke Gallagher, to do that. Gallagher to get us underway. It's a big deep kick there from Gallagher, straight down the throat of Alouche. And that man Moore bends his back off the back fence, pushes 20-metre carry. Honan on the short. He'll be brought down. Again to the short side, Eccleston. Fends off one. Gets it to Simmons. Simmons in open space. Can't get past Dodge. Dodge will push him over the sideline. And a good defensive play there from the Thirroul Butchers. Sam Simmons flirting with the sideline down that eastern side. So the Butchers now, they'll feed the scrum just inside Berkeley Eagles territory. You see Payne to feed the scrum for the Butchers. Gallagher's got himself set out of the scrum. Gallagher steps off his right. He'll be brought down centre of the paddock. Whitty at acting half. Morris on the right. Good 10-metre carry there by Mick Morris. He's just brought down shy of the 30-metre line, centre of the paddock. Whitty to the left to Dodge. Dodge angles back behind the ruck. So Dodge, 20 metres out, he'll play the ball. The Butchers go to the right. Walsh, back to Higgins on the inside. Higgins steps again. Can't get past Fanuku. He'll be brought down metres away from the try line. So options left to right for Jared Whitty. He'll go out the back to Walsh. Walsh will put a cross kick over, looking for Tommy Simpson, and it's all too easy. Is it for Simpson? Oh, he made that look hard. But he's that's 3 for the day for Tom Simpson. So Tommy Simpson here was unmarked out there. It's been a bit Joe Cool, very relaxed there. Nearly came up with the error. But on the second grasp, he has put that ball into the turf down the southern end. And the Butchers, they'll put another try on the scoreboard for today. 3 for the day for Tom Simpson. So the Butchers extend their lead 38 points to 12. Still 22 minutes remaining in this clash at Gibson Park. So Gallagher attempting to add the extras. On his preferred side. This one we've seen him in the first half put one over from the sideline. Had a great day with the boot so far, Luke Gallagher. Gallagher steps in. Looks good. Curling back. Has it got the legs? Just hasn't got the legs there, so unsuccessful there. The kick from Luke Gallagher. Score will remain 38 points to 12. 21 minutes remaining in this second half. As we see the all too familiar side of the Berkeley Eagles bringing it back to the halfway line. And Matt Ward to get us back underway. Ward's got the boot. And it's a high one. Payne will field it. Ruskin. So Ruskin had the first carry. He's brought down centre of the paddock. 22 metres out from his own goal line. Saying Ruskin just trying to get up to play the ball. He's had a bit of a spill. So a big opportunity here gifted to the Berkeley Eagles. They'll feed the scrum. 25 metres out from the Butchers try line. So we've seen the last two times they've been down this end. It has resulted in points. Those points came for 2 tries from the replacement forward John Coote. So we see Harrigan to War. War to Newton. Newton can't get past Gallagher. Now Newton will be brought down just shy of the 10-metre line. Daly at acting half. War. Dummies. Goes to the open. Try scorer Coote. Pops it back out the back to Roberts. So Roberts has met in a crunching tackle there from Morris and also Lackerstein. Alouche. Moore short ball to Honan. Honan's brought down. So 8 metres out, centre of the paddock. Can the Berkeley Eagles put points on the board again? Moore, dummies, goes himself. Alouche, acting half. Harrigan. War fends off. Walsh crosses. Gets over the try line. So Matt Walsh scores for the Berkeley Eagles. He fended off Jake Walsh and Luke Gallagher just couldn't wrap him up. And Matt War crosses over in the northern end of Gibson Park. So the Berkeley Eagles, they've found themselves down here 3 times in their second half and they've scored on 3 occasions.
That try for the Berkeley side, scored by number 12, Matthew Wall.
And Matty Wall crosses for the Berkeley Eagles. As we see White step into this one. Curling back. Gone through the uprights. So Ben White adds 2 more points to the tally. The Thirroul Butchers 34. The Berkeley Eagles 18. So 17 minutes remaining in this second half. The score 34 points to 18. Tend to wonder if the Berkeley Eagles do cross the line again. Is there hope in this second half for a massive comeback? As we see Gallagher get us back underway. Deep kick, fielded, brought back, and Lackerstein's been bumped off. So that was Matt War there, the try scorer. Honan on the left. Alouche. Roberts. White with the ball. Brings Fanuku underneath him. So Fanuku over the 40-metre line. So a good set here from points from Berkeley. Again to the short. White steps off the right, back infield. Finds Moore. Moore Alouche. Bit of hot potato footy. Roberts. Try scorer Coote. The try scorer War. Layoon. Layoon's into space. He's brought down on the last. Daly. Harrigan. Harrigan to the sky. Ty McCarthy's under it. Fields it well. McCarthy steps off his right. Collared by the Berkeley defence. As we said, game 190 today for Ty McCarthy. or known as Chook Heron today. McCarthy at acting half. Simpson. Crabs crossfield. Brings it to the centre of the paddock. Walsh at acting half. Payne at acting half to Ruskin. Ruskin lumbers up to the Berkeley defence. He's put on his back from Honan. Morris. Bit of purpose in that carry from Morris. On the last. Whitty at acting half. Walsh on the short. Walsh will put it on the boot. And Wars fielded that. And he's met front on by Lackerstein. And a bit of a shoulder charge, I think, there from Mitch Lackerstein. Absolutely flattened Matt Waugh. So Matt Waugh's on his back. And the referee was quick to blow a penalty here. It's all slaps and cheers in the Butchers camp. And he does hit like a freight train, Mitch Lackerstein. He's built low to the ground, but he can thump him. But the old shoulder charge was outlawed a few seasons ago. As we see Matt Waugh get the attention of a couple of the Berkeley trainers. So Matt Waugh to his feet. You see Lackerstein just giving him a slap on the back, seeing if he's okay. So we'll see which way this does go. Just listening to the referee.
It's going to be a scrum, and it's going to be Thirroul speed. Contact was fine, in the jet.
And we got a scrum there, so as we see Waugh being brought from the field. So the Butchers will feed the scrum. So a legal tackle there from Mitch Lackerstein. I'm sure next time these two sides meet, Matt Waugh might try and put a step on Mitch Lackerstein. So Walsh to feed the scrum on the 40-metre line. Payne out to the open. That's the way they'll go. Higgins steps off the left, off the right. Trying to get past White and Eccleston. He can't. Shop. He'll go for a scoot. He's brought down 25 metres out from the try line. Looking for a quick play of the ball. Dodge. Steps off the right, looking for a gap in that defence. He can't. So the Butchers, they're set all to the right here. Walsh comes across, brings Shields underneath him. So Shields is brought down 11 metres out. Go on the short side again. Walsh goes the open. Higgins out the back. So Higgins is shut down this time on the last. Walsh has it. Puts a deft kick over into the in-goal line. Alouche fields it. Can't get out. The Butchers will force him back into the in-goal line. So a good kick chase there from the Butchers. Ali Alouche fielded that well in his in-goal line. The chase was just too good. And Alouche wasn't able to enter back into the field of play. So 14 minutes remaining in this second half. White with the dropout. 40 on the fly. Higgins fields it. Ethan George will return the ball. Bumps off Tim Moore. Quick play the ball. They've gone the short. Payne. Face ball to Shop. Shop fakes to kick. He's brought down 8 metres out in front of the scoreboard. Long ball to Payne. To George. He'll step off his right. Brought down 8 metres out from the try line. Set both sides. They've gone the short. Payne. Brings McCarthy back inside him. Ty McCarthy in game 190. Gets a try. So Ty McCarthy crosses in the comeback first grade game. All too easy there for the Butchers. They'll extend their lead. 42 points to 18. And just under 12 minutes remaining in this second half. And I'm sure that's only Ty's second or third touch for the game. So T-Mac crosses for the Butchers. And Gallagher will attempt to add the extras. I'm sure he'll get a rousing reception as he walks past that old boys bar down there, Ty McCarthy. So Gallagher summing up this conversion. Steps in. Looks good off the boot. It's gone straight through the uprights. So Gallagher adds another 2 points to his personal tally for the day and another 2 to the Butchers' score. That'll take it out to 44 points to 18. 11 minutes remaining in this game, and Benny White will get us back underway for the Berkeley Eagles.
Gallagher, Thirroul Butchers 44. Berkeley Eagles 18.
So we see White. The kick-off looking for the sideline. Down to the try scorer, McCarthy. He'll pass it back infield to George. Ethan George will be wrapped up, centre of the paddock. 15 metres out from his own try line. They'll go to the right. Shields. He'll angle back in behind the ruck. Pumping the legs. Earns himself 10 metres. McCarthy acting half to Morris. So Morris is wrapped up centre of the paddock on the 40-metre line. Again to the right, the Butchers go. Walsh dummies, goes himself. Then tries to find Higgins. It looks like it's been slapped down. So it looks like a double knock on there. It'll be a feed to the Berkeley Eagles. As we see an interchange for the Butchers. Cooper Nizza onto the paddock. So Cooper had a blinder today in reserve grade. He was been awarded by Coach Jarrett Costello for a step up in first grade today. Harrigan has feed a scrum to White. White to Eccleston. Eccleston's wrapped up from his opposite number shop. White at acting half. Fanuku steps off his right. Ball comes fumbling out and Gallagher's come up with it. So Fanuku looking for the offload, the second phase play. So it's Mitch Lackerstein that's come up with it. Payne to Shop. On the short side, Shop's brought down. Whitty, Shields. So Shields will be wrapped up over the 40-metre line. So the Butchers on the charge. Set to the right, Payne. Walsh, Gallagher. Gallagher's out the back to Higgins. And Higgins will be wrapped up. He had Cooper Nizza in open space to his right. Just couldn't get that arm free. So Simpson, a sloppy pass out acting half to Lackerstein. Lackerstein's going to play the ball on the last. 30 metres out. Walsh. He's gone to the sky crossfield. Looking for his chasers. So Simmons has come up with the kick. And McCarthy stole it. So McCarthy's come up with the ball. So 6 again here, the Butchers. Shields. Wouldn't he love a try? Trying to barge his way over. Can he put the ball down? I think he has. No, just short. Millimetres away, the Moose. Payne. Looking for space. Can't get through the defence. He's brought down 8 metres out, centre of the paddock. Whitty out the back to Walsh. Walsh with a short ball to Gallagher, the skipper. So he's brought down. Couple of metres out from the try line. Butcher's set to the left. Walsh to Payne. Payne's onto the boot. Cross kicking, looking for Shop. Shop's got it, has he? He does. Great effort there from Aaron Shop. And another pinpoint kick there from the Butchers, resulting in points. Aaron Shop, that's 2 for the day for Shoppy.
Try to the Butchers, his second for the afternoon, scored by number 4, Aaron Shop.
So the 17-year-old bags himself a double at his home ground, Gibson Park. And again, points coming off pinpoint accuracy kicks from the Butchers. And if there was any questions about the Butchers' halves being one of the best halves combinations in this competition, today's game could nearly cement that. They have been absolutely outstanding, Jack Payne and Jake Walsh. There's some great halves pairings in this competition. As we said earlier in the coverage, it's something the Butchers did lack last season, was the consistency in their halves, and Jarrett Costello has found a 6 and 7 this season. You see Gallagher, the eastern side, hard conversion for him to make, swinging back, looking good, just sprayed across the front of the uprights.
His attempt was unsuccessful. Thirroul Butchers 48, Berkeley Eagles 18.
So 48 points to 18, 6 minutes remaining in this clash. So we see Benny White to get us underway again. A short kick-off. Shop's underneath it. Fields it. Flicks it. Tries to flick it back infield, but it's gone into touch. So the Berkeley Eagles trying things here. As we see, they will get to feed the scrum. 35 metres out from the try line. So they've had points in them, the Berkeley Eagles, when they've ventured into Thirroul's territory in this second half. I'm sure with 5 minutes remaining, Coach Aaron McDonald would want to see his Berkeley team put more points on the board. As we see Newton fighting his way down the paddock, eventually brought down by Cooper Nizza. Daly at acting half. He'll go for a scoot, sees a gap. He's just collared there. Fry. The skipper, Luke Gallagher, brought down 8 metres out. Alush. White steps off the right, steps off the left. Can't get past Lackerstein. Inches away from the try line. Alush at acting half. Gone to the open. Eccleston flicks it back into Fanuku. Fanuku tries to bump off Dodge. He can't, but gets the arm free. Eccleston back with the ball in hand. To Simmons. Simmons one-on-one with McCarthy. McCarthy's brought him down. Eccleston dives over the short side. But he's just gone into touch by the looks of it. So he's gone over the in-goal line. So Thirroul will get the feed. So we see 4 minutes remaining in the clash between the Butchers and the Eagles. The Butchers will get the 2 points here at Gibson Park, remain on top of the competition ladder. And it might just be all too far now for the Berkeley Eagles to sneak into a semi-final position. They are in 5th place, knocking on the door of a 4th spot. But they were looking to come here today to Gibson Park and take the 2 points away. As we see a mistake. So mistake from the Butchers. Berkeley gifted another opportunity. They'll get to feed the scrum 20 metres out from the Butchers try line. So we see 3 minutes remaining. Harrigan. It's one against the scrum. Don't see that very often. As we see the Butchers come up with a win against the feed. As we see the touch judges come onto the field. Not sure what happened then, but we'll just listen in and we'll try and capture why the touch judge is on the field.
Penalty again?
Penalty gets Thirroul, yeah.
Right out. You're right, just here?
Yep.
You're right. What he's done, he's come up, he's nutted the bloke. So penalty going against him. No, he can't do that. Come on. The player in the tackle.
So we'll see a penalty awarded to the Berkeley Eagles. So we'll see Aloysius kick for touch. So they'll get 6 tackles, 20 metres out from the try line. Can they score before the end of this game? We see Ray Simmons with a strong carry off the tap. He's brought down with Gallagher, Shields over the top. Aloysius acting half. Tubbs steps. He's a big unit. Tubbs trying to stretch out, put that ball over, he can't. Aloysius acting half. Face ball, back in to Roberts. Roberts has crashed over. He might have got that down. No, he's held up. So great desperation defence there from the Thirroul Butchers. It looked like Mitch Lackerstein underneath there, preventing the Matt Roberts to put the ball down. So Berkeley, they'll go to the right. White, short ball to Eccleston. Eccleston's brought down. 8 metres out. Alush. And an error there from the Berkeley Eagles there in Jake Eccleston, just not getting to his feet to play the ball. As we see, into the last minute of play here at Gibson Park. Clock is ticking down. The Butchers will feed the scrum. Higgins steps off his right, can't get through the defence. Eventually brought to the ground. Lee Higgins. I'll go to the right, Simpson. He's met strongly in defence there from Moore and Tubbs. He'll be pushed back. Whitty. Walsh. What pass has been intercepted from Ben White. And Benny White read that play like a bookie did. He's come out of the line and found an intercept and put the ball underneath the blue dot as we see the seconds tick away. So Benny White, a deserving try for the Berkeley Eagles, number 6. He's been one of their best today for the Berkeley Eagles. So the full-time siren has sounded here at Gibson Park. We'll see White knock the ball over the upright and convert the try. He does so that with ease. So the full-time score here at Gibson Park, the Thirroul Butchers 48, the Berkeley Eagles 24. A day full of points. The try scorers for the Butchers: Lee Higgins, Ty McCarthy, Aaron Shop scored himself 2, Tom Simpson 3, Jack Payne 1, Luke Dodge 1. For the Berkeley Eagles, the try scorers: Ben White 1, Matt Waugh 1, John Coote 2. And that'll be all she wrote here at Gibson Park. The sun's gone down, beanies are on, jumpers are on. We're all heading to the Ryan's Hotel. This is Johnny Pett calling the game for Bar TV Sports. We'll see you somewhere in a fortnight in the Illawarra Hardware Man League.